On the planet Beerus, after seeing all the performances that Goku and Vegeta showed in their previous God of Destruction, started talking to Whis. Beerus: I remember like it was yesterday that Goku had reached his Ultra Instinct right after, so Vegeta wouldn't be left behind. I taught him how to use the mastery of Ultra Ego. He still was getting more and more powerful, but this time, Vegeta actually made to reach and surpass Goku's powers. The Ultra Ego transformation now extremely powerful, but after all the battles they had, and that Frieza said that he trained in the empty dimension, it was to be expected that Goku and Vegeta wouldn't give up and go looking for Beerus. They'll look for something to make themselves more powerful, so they found the empty dimension. These guys must be going crazy. What level of strength do they want to reach? Whis starts watching and says, Now Sir Beerus, you're still very cocky. It is worth mentioning that the Saiyans have already done several feats. They've already managed to show great skills that have made a total difference in several wars. Who could imagine that Lord Goku could use a technique that even the gods of destruction have hard time performing? Mr. Goku has shown a great performance in midst of all this. You should understand. Beerus watches and makes an angry face, but at the same time says, Well, in the empty dimension, there were several threats, and it's clear that for these two to become more powerful, they'll have to be able to hold back the bad times that end up happening here. Goku says, Now Vegeta, looks like our training is finally over. I think that now we have surpassed all the levels of powers of any other mortal. At that moment, Beerus is surprised by everything he sees. Vegeta: Cockroach, I just want you to know that this time I've already surpassed your powers. Now the distance between us is the same as the distance between heaven and earth, and I'll work it out with you here now. Whis watch and say, So that means that the two of you trained hard and managed to show great skills. Goku starts to smile and says, Good. I think we stayed there for exactly a month. But it actually felt like an eternity. That's if we're gonna rely on real time here. Beerus starts watching and thinking, What kind of enemies did these guys fight there? They must be well aware that in the empty dimension, there are many dark gods. Any slip that is made in that dimension can cause several portals to be opened. And this makes many things end up becoming complicated. We need to pay close attention. Perhaps a greater evil may yet arise. Goku says, Mr. Beerus and Mr. Whis, I'd very much like to train with you one more time before returning to Earth. Whis observes and says, Goku thinks I've trained him too much. I've already shown you about mastery of ultimate movement and how to become a martial arts master. Like it or not, now the whole issue is with you. Come on, show me your powers and show me your abilities. I want to see what you to show at that moment. Vegeta watches and says, It really happened. I already knew that. It will be possible to show this development in Batala. I just kept analyzing next to Kakarot. We managed to achieve a much higher power level than that, but we needed time to adapt these transformations. Out of all the power we've got, there's a technique that has come along and made our questioning grow even more. Surely Kakarot will want to show this skill to you, Sir Whis. So please accept this training. At that moment, Beerus observes and speaks. I don't know what you guys learned in the empty dimension, but I really want to test you. Beerus begins to power up a great destruction spell and prepares to cast it on Goku. Goku dodges and starts smiling, saying, Sir Beerus, do you mean to say that if you're wanting to start this battle, I guarantee I won't go easy on you? Durasin says, That's an insult coming from you, Goku. But let's go come at that moment. Beerus and Goku begin to face each other. Big blows start to create big temporal cracks and big impacts on the planet Beerus. The battle starts to get more and more intriguing. Vegeta just watches and smiles. Beerus speaks. Goku, you couldn't develop anything different. Then that's it. You already tired me, Goku. I don't want to fight you anymore. You didn't show me anything different at the moment. When Goku already appeared defeated, Vegeta looks at Whis and starts to smile and saying, So that's it, Sir Whis. Watch the difference in powers and ability that we are going to show you here now. For a long time, when we were training in the empty dimension, We thought about various techniques such as Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct and various combinations of skills that we ended up showing. It seemed that all these power essence could make us become stronger, but at some point we ended up forgetting the power that was the essence of these Saiyans, as well as the transformations. We started directly observing the moon in the empty dimension before when we were younger and more descended from primates. We'd look at the moon and transform into giant oysters until the moment when after we combined all of our God's powers and looked directly at the moon of the empty dimension that was most considered as the dark moon, we were able to adapt the powers of Saiyans directly to that moon, and thus we were able to activate it again. The true Saiyan essence at that moment Whis looks into the amazement. Goku observes the moon making itself manipulated as the dark moon and transforms into Oozaru Black. Goku with a totally destructive form looks at the Beerus and attacks him. Beerus is thrown away. Beerus says, "What is it? What have you become, Goku?" Interesting. Let's continue this fight. Goku and Beerus start having a big fight. Goku starts to look at a little advantage until the moment when Beerus gets angry and says, "You're already pissing me off now. You turn into a humanoid primate, and you think you can win this fight? Receive my Hokage power." The moment the two collide their great energy, the big explosion happens and a rupture is created in the sky. Goku deactivates his Oozaru Black transformation. Also Beerus stops fighting and the two look up to the sky. Vegeta is amazed at what is happening. Whis then says, "As I imagined, you trained in the empty dimension, a place where there are many dark beings. Goku's new transformation with the collision of Beerus' powers only released the portal that separated the empty dimension from Earth. Looks like we have a new threat to be continued. And then my partner, what do you believe? What do you imagine will happen in the face of all these battles, regardless of what it is? It is more than important that you already expose hearing your comment for us to enter the very crazy debate."